Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Minecraft Windows 10 Edition, How to Survive and Thrive. Today I think let's do a little bit of redstone. We haven't done any of that yet, and I'm going to show you kind of how it works and what we can do with it. Now, I am not a redstone expert. There are plenty of Minecrafters out there doing videos teaching you how to do all kinds of crazy things with redstone. I will not be one of them. This is a very simple design. It is not a design of my own. I might have tweaked it a little bit just to make it look a little nicer in my opinion, but the design is what somebody else came up with. So let's jump over here. First of all, I cleared out this area where I want to build this at, and I've got a chest here where I started pulling the items together for our build. And some of the things that we're going to need pistons, actually sticky pistons. We're going to need some repeaters. We're going to need redstone dust and redstone torches and things of that nature. So let me start off with the very simple. We're going to start off with a redstone torch, which is just a piece of redstone and a stick. So let's come over here. I'm going to put a redstone there and a stick, and that gives us a redstone torch. And redstone torches are a source of power when used by themselves, but in this case we're going to use the torches to create a repeater. I need a total of 6 repeaters. I've got 5 of them already crafted. So the pattern when we create them is going to look like this: a redstone torch, a piece of redstone, another redstone torch, and then 3 blocks of smooth stone. So we go ahead and grab those and we'll craft that up real quick. Alright, so we'll come in here and we're just going to do that. We're going to put down 1 torch here, 1 torch here, piece of redstone in the middle, and 3 pieces of smooth stone on the bottom. And it has to be smooth stone. You won't work with cobblestone. Alright, so let's close that. Next thing I need, let me go ahead and grab the other 5, is we're going to need to make some sticky pistons. I've got 5 of them crafted already. We need a total of 6. So here's our, let me move this out of the way. Our recipe for them is 3 wood planks at the top. We're going to have cobblestone here and here, piece of iron in the middle, a piece of redstone at the bottom, and that creates a piston, and then you combine that with a slime ball to get a sticky piston. So let's go ahead and grab this stuff that we need here. We'll go ahead and grab this slime ball too. So let's go ahead and craft that up real quick. So wood planks across the top. It does not have to be oak. It can be any type of wood. We're going to go ahead and put a piece of iron in the middle, redstone at the bottom. Then we're going to place cobblestone all around the outside, and that creates a piston. Now if we put the piston in there and take 1 slime ball, put that there, and then we get a sticky piston. Okay. The last thing we're going to need to craft up here is going to be a switch, and that is 1 stick and a piece of cobblestone. Not smooth stone in this case, just cobblestone. So we've got a stick and we've got a piece of cobblestone, and that creates a lever or a switch, and we'll take that. Okay, let's grab the rest of the stuff that we're going to need in here. I'm going to go ahead and grab the redstone dust. We're going to need that. We're going to need our hopper. We're going to need the chests and the dirt and whatnot. Let me just go ahead and grab a stack of dirt. And let me just show you real quick what's involved with redstone. It is not difficult. At least this one is not difficult. Some things can get really crazy, but in this case, we're going to do something simple. I'm going to go ahead and take a piston, and I'm going to put it down on the ground here. I'm going to point it upwards. I'm just going to select it, jump, and place, and there we go. Now if we take redstone dust, and we can go ahead and we'll make a line of redstone dust that connects to it, and this is like a wire. So if we apply a power source to it, which the lever would be, we go ahead and get that in here. So let's go ahead and put down our lever. And if we flip the lever, you can see the piston extends. Turn it off and the piston goes back down. You see when you turn it on, the redstone lights up and you turn it off, it turns back off. So that's the basics of redstone, and there's a lot more involved with it than just this. This is just a very simplified way of showing you how it works and what it can do. So I want to start off, first of all, I'm going to put down my pistons, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, oh, that's turned the wrong way, so let me go ahead and pick that up real quick. Now I want all 6 of my pistons facing upwards. So I'm going to put that one there, that one there. I'm going to skip one. I'm going to put another one there, but I want it facing upwards. So let me select that, jump, place, place, and place. Okay. Now over here, I'm going to take my repeaters. I'm using repeaters for a reason here, and because if you just take redstone dust and you put it down like this, because I need redstone signal to go to all these here, and if I were to put down, say, my lever here, move the dirt out of the way, and turn it on, you see that the pistons do not turn on, and that's because the redstone did not connect to the pistons. So in order to do that, we're going to use repeaters, and we're just going to place them down like this so that they're like this, and you can see there's kind of like a triangle shaped on the top, and that's the direction in which the redstone signal is going to flow. Now I could do this a different way and skip every other one and put down a repeat, so skip a repeater there, put one down here, so that when I do put down redstone it will connect all 6 of them. But I'm just going to go ahead, let me show you that real quick. So I could put it down like this, and you see it does connect, and I could save myself repeaters if I want to, but I'm just going to go ahead, since I've made 6, just go ahead and use 6 like that, and then we can connect our signal across like this, and boom, we are good. Now I'm going to put I need to get some stone here, which I left in the chest. My building block of choice is going to be stone bricks. So let's go ahead and grab that. I'm going to put, let me think about this. Do I want it? I think I want it on this side. That's where I'm going to put my switch at. So I can come over here. I'm going to put the switch or the lever on the side here. So when I flip that, the switch provides a redstone signal to this block. And this redstone line is attached to this block, and it goes across, and there all of our pistons go up. So if we flip the lever again, all the pistons will come back down, which is exactly what I want to do. Alright, now we use sticky pistons for a reason, and the reason being is for us to put blocks on top of it. And I'm going to put a block here in the middle too. And when you use sticky pistons, it will not only push the block up, but when you turn it off it will retract the block as well. If I just use a regular piston and not sticky piston, those blocks would have been pushed up, and when the pistons retracted, the blocks would have stayed in the air, and the pistons would have come down, and there would have been a space in between them. But we want to be able to expand and retract those pistons. Alright, it is getting close to time for us to sleep. Let me go ahead and put down a little bit here, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a trench here behind this, going around the outside. I'm going to go one higher here. One in there, so now we've got a little bit of an area here. And actually, let me go sleep real quick and I'll show you what I'm doing here. Okay, actually I did this incorrectly here. I want to pull these out real quick so I can get out of here. And I want this to be level here with this when these are retracted, like this. And then we're going to come up one higher here. Like this, so that when we actually activate the pistons and they come up, go ahead and put a block in there, pop this out just so I can kind of show you. We've got a reservoir here that we're going to fill with water. So what's going to happen is we're going to build our farm out this way. We're going to fill this with water here, and then when we're ready to harvest, we're going to flip the switch, pull the blocks down, and it's going to flood the land, and it's going to knock up all of our crops so that we can pick them up and then just replant everything. So let me go ahead and put that back down, and this is then actually going to be where our farm is going to be at. So let me go ahead and switch to dirt real quick. And we're going to, I need to put a piece of dirt there. I'm going to come across here. All right. Now the problem I have here is if I put a piece of dirt, I can't put a piece of dirt there because that redstone is there. I need to have an area here in the center clear because I'm going to put water in here to hydrate our crops. We don't absolutely have to have, you know, water going completely across. Remember that we only really have to have enough to hydrate within a 4 square area around our land. But I like to kind of, you know, give it a nice good stream of water in the center just to keep things looking nice. Again, not an absolute necessity as long as you meet the needs of what it's going to take. Now I want my farmland to come back 5 to begin with. And the reason for that is because water travels a total of 8 blocks, including this one where we're starting at. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I want it to come 7. And on the 8th block, we're going to drop down so that we can extend our farm out even more. Let me go ahead and show you. So we're here. And then we're going to come down a level here, like this. And then this one can come back 8 total. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'll be right back with you. All right, I've got my farm extended out as far as I need it to go. At the end here, what I want to do now is I'm going to, I want it to come out like this. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put a block. Let me block out the end here real quick, just to kind of show you what we're going to do. We're going to come across like this. We're going to leave a gap in the center there like that. And then at this end here, we're going to dig down. Let me go ahead and grab my shovel here. And I want to dig out actually this entire area here. Like that. And then over here, I'm going to dig out this and this. and we're going to put down a chest, or double chest. So 2 chests next to each other, and then into the back of the chest here I've got a hopper. Alright, and we're going to crouch place, so shift click, and it's going to point that hopper into there. Actually, I needed to leave all that dirt in there, and I dug it all out like a silly person. Let me go ahead and put that back in there. Now if you want, you can use stone or whatever else. I'm just going to put dirt in there. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Alright, and then we're going to put something here to prevent the water from flowing out the side here. And what we'll do is we can use a stair for that. And I've got some over here in my chest. Let me go ahead and grab these. Now this may seem strange, but a stair is actually a transparent block. So if I put a stair, let me go ahead and point it like this and like this next to it, I can still open this chest. If I put a regular block over there, it would not be able to open. Alright, so let me go ahead. I'm going to build up the walls around the outside of this, and I'll be right back with you as soon as I get that done. Alright, I've got my walls up around the outside of it the way I want it to be. I put some stairs here at the end so I can get in and out of here real quick. We can go ahead and jump over to this. Next thing I want to do is we need to put down some water here in order for our land to hydrate. So you're going to need at least 2 buckets of water. I'm going to go ahead and put one here. Let me go ahead and grab my other bucket of water. And we're going to pour that here. And we're going to make our infinite water source just like we did over with our other farm. Okay. Put that there. I'm going to cover this up too. Let me go ahead and get my stone bricks here again. And we're going to just cover this up. And the reason for that is just to keep things inside where we want it to go, and not have our stuff go down into that water where we don't want it at. So let's go ahead. Oh, and I do need to be able to get to the water still. So let me go ahead and fill up my buckets real quick. Grab the other one. Alright. Put that block back. Alright. So let's do the same thing here. There, go ahead and grab a bucket from here. We're going to put it in there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and flip the lever here. If I can reach it. Can I reach it? No. And that's going to put that back up. Alright, now we're going to get some more water here. And we're going to come up here and we're going to do the same thing. Alright, so we want to make sure that we have smooth water all the way across. So let's go ahead and finish covering this up here in the middle. We don't need to put that there. Let's just go ahead and do this real quick. I've got some stairs left. Kind of make this look a little bit nicer. We're just going to kind of put a stair here. One here and then one on the other side. Maybe we will come down here to the end. Go ahead and see. that out. Just going to put a stair here. You can put one here. Let's do this. Let me go ahead and dig that out. Put a block there. Then a stair at the end. Right there. And we'll replace this one too. Put a stair at the end. Now I need to get another bucket of water here. Go ahead and I've got my infinite source up here now, so let me just go ahead and grab some water in there and there. And then we're going to come down here, and I want to come to this side, this corner here. I'm going to pour my bucket of water in here, and you can see it's going to flow down that way, which is exactly what I want it to do. I do not want this to be a smooth stream. I want it to be flowing water, so that when our vegetables are washed down this way, they're going to fall in here, and they're going to come across this way and get pushed into that hopper where they're going to be picked up in our farm. So that's the basics of our redstone. Let me go ahead and refill my bucket here, and then I'll show you it in action, and then we'll go ahead and get this hoed, and I'll plant some wheat down there. So if we come over here and we flip the lever, oh, we don't want to do that. And where's my lever at? All right. And was it here? All right. So if we flip the lever, you should come down here, and you can see that the water flows from the top, comes all the way down to the bottom, and everything's going to be scooped up and dropped into that hopper. So when we turn the lever back off, we come over here, you'll see that it's stopped and it's back up there, and we're back to normal. So let me go ahead and hoe the field, and we'll get some seeds planted, and I'll be right back. All right, you can see we've got our field all set up. We've tilled the land. I planted all the seeds. Now it's just a matter of waiting for it to grow. And when all of our wheat is ready to be harvested, all we got to do is go down there, flip that lever. The water will wash it all downstream into here, where it will come down here into this hopper, and it'll be collected in that chest below. Then all we got to do, go into the chest, pull out the seeds, come back up here and replant everything. We don't have to retill the field as long as we're not stomping on it, or as long as it hasn't reverted back to regular dirt. As long as it stays farmland, we're good. The only other thing you might want to do here, and I highly suggest it, is go ahead and put some torches up around this to keep the mobs away, for one thing. Also, the light does help the plants grow even at night, just like our regular farm. So let's just come along here and let's put some torches down in strategic spots along the way. Like that. And that should be good. We can't, well, we could probably put them here, but I think that's plenty of torches there. Maybe we'll come over here. I'll put one here, just above that. And if we want to, we can come in here and we can dig this out a little bit more if we want. Let's go ahead and try that real quick. See, where's my shovel at? There we go. And let's dig out an area here so we have easier access to our chest. If we want to, we can clean the area up here and make it look nice, just so that we can get in and out of our chest pretty quickly. I'm going to go ahead and put the hoe in here just so we have it in case we do need it. And that should be it. So You can see that redstone isn't horribly difficult for the most part. If you're just doing something like this, it's just making a couple of pistons, running some redstone, and hooking it to a switch so that you can expand and retract your pistons as necessary to control a water stream that will do the work for you. So, until next time, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Goodbye.